It was a highly anticipated speech coming on the backdrop of a hotly contested election and his surprise unity act with opposition leader Raila Odinga. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first State of the Nation address by President Uhuru Kenyatta since his election for a second term in October last year. The president struck a conciliatory tone and made an impassioned plea to Kenyans to forgive him for any wrongs he may have committed during the divisive electioneering period. Kenyatta also asked Kenyans and politicians to follow suit and embrace one another for the sake of cohesion. Big Four in his speech delivered before a joint sitting of Parliament, President Kenyatta outlined his plans and successes in the Big Four initiative that will shape his legacy as he serves his second and final term in office. The head of state also dwelt on the anti-graft war, asking institutions to prosecute the so-called big fish as proof that there will be no sacred cows. President Kenyatta has once again listed successes of devolution 5 years on and committed to allocate more resources to counties. The president also dedicated the speech to highlight the threat posed by terrorism and the government's role in enhancing security in the country and the region. Let's go straight to our very own Sam Ogina, who reports on the president's call for forgiveness and unity.
Let us shake hands and embrace our neighbors.
The president set the tone for the nation, publicly offering an apology to Kenyans for the 2017 elections debacle. The head of state taking cognizance of the divisive and bruising political season of 2017 that led to loss of lives and property.
If there is anything I said last year that hurt or wounded you, if I damaged the unity of the country in any way, I ask you to forgive me and to join me and to join me in repairing that harm.
The president adding that his now historic handshake with opposition leader Raila Odinga was based on the realization that deliberate efforts needed to be made for a peaceful country to exist.
Apologizing to the country for the political upheavals and subsequent division emanating from the 2017 elections, the president essentially has challenged leaders to man up and ensure they make amends to unite the country.
Let us each apologize for our words and for the anger and malice that Kenya.
The president spoke to the hearts and minds of legislatures, with the opposition and government sides closing ranks after the Harambee House handshake between the president and the opposition chief Raila Odinga.
This occasion,
unlike in 2016 and 2017, that Uhuru's State of the Nation address was either disrupted or boycotted by opposition MPs. In today's event, Uhuru was applauded for his efforts to bring the nation together.
it is important to emphasize that unity does not necessarily mean unanimity. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga and I stood together not because we agreed on every item of politics or policy, but because we agreed that Kenya is greater and belongs to all of us.
It is a pledge aimed at transforming politics from the cyclic 5-year moments of tensions and hatred among Kenyans who have lived together for 4 good years, only to be destabilized by the election year.
And our handshake invited Kenyans to rediscover what they have known all along. When all the politics is said and done, we are each other's keeper and we are stronger together.
Taking cue from the president, Deputy President William Ruto took to his social media account to publicly apologize. Similar sentiments shared by other legislators, including Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang. Sam Ogina for JKL.